Good evening, Bookman Beacons. This is Dr. Hill with this week's message from the Helm. We have had a great return back to school this week. Thanks to all of our face-to-face families for ensuring that your students were prepared, they had their belongings, they had their masks, and they were eager to get started back in the classrooms this week. We also appreciate our virtual learners for making sure that you're logged on in time and also prepared for learning each day. Families, thank you for your role in helping them be prepared for school. We would like to congratulate, and you may have noted this in this week's speaking, Mrs. Mindy McNeil was named our 2021-2022 Teacher of the Year. If you have ever had an opportunity to work with Mrs. McNeil, then you know that she, among all of our other Bookman Road teachers, is top notch, and she will represent our school and district so very well. Once again, congratulations to our Bookman Road 2021-2022 Teacher of the Year, Mrs. Mindy McNeil. Lastly, this week, we have been focusing on our life skill of curiosity. And curiosity means, it's defined as the desire to investigate and seek to understand one's world. It is important to understand that not all students will demonstrate curiosity for the same topics because no two brains are the same. Although we realize that some things are very important to learn for citizenship and family harmony, we must also allow space and time for students to pursue individual interests. The best way to encourage and nurture curiosity in children is to model it. Some ways to model creativity at home are to learn or practice a hobby, read nonfiction books, and engage in what-if conversations with your child. Encourage exploration of the natural world and ask why. At Bookman Road, we aim to teach students to honor the interests and creativity of others. In the process, they often discover new interests of their own. Have a curiosity-filled weekend. As a last reminder, today was the final day to submit learning model changes to go into effect on next week. As we have shared previously, it is not possible for us to honor switching students back and forth in between those learning model change dates from face-to-face to e-learning, e-learning to face-to-face. I will say that it's more difficult to honor those families who are wanting to switch from e-learning back to face-to-face in the middle of a learning model change cycle because there are lots of provisional things that we put in place to welcome students. Those include partitions, additional cleaning, materials and supplies within the classroom that are individualized to avoid students having to share those sorts of materials. So we do understand there are situations that would require a change from school to home, but just keep in mind it's a bit more difficult when we are attempting to switch from home to school in the middle of a learning model change cycle. However, if there are emergency situations, please feel free to email me directly at khill@richland2.org. Thank you so much again for being beacons who light the way in personal character, academics, and community service. Have an awesome, awesome weekend.